Why is the word there, Web? Why is the word there? Why is the word there? Another night of talk the thing again. We back again. Why
Yeah,
is the
man.
word?
Feeling
How was the
good, man.
weekend?
Feeling good. Good weekend. last 10 minutes. Last 10 minutes of the game was very good. Because to be honest, when it was 70 minutes, I stopped paying attention, like because I don't check if we can lose, but things just changed.
Well,
But yeah,
I don't know, man. I sit down watching the game, and I would say I don't know if it's a premonition I had. I see myself in my living room celebrating
you
before it
see,
happened. Yeah, boy. I like so when it happened. I check in what like I check in. Boy, I wish I could get the lotto numbers like that. If I just come in my head and yeah, boy, because that turned out nice. But before we get before we kick off there, let's just try to share some of the information that we want. So I'm gonna our Instagram handle is talk the thing underscore DA. So we want people to follow our page. Let me just post that there for everybody to see. All right, there's our Instagram handle. And then, we have the Facebook live, we have the YouTube live, all the videos from Talk the Thing, even back to the episodes that are not necessarily sports, but just conversations with people are all posted up on YouTube. So you guys can go check that out whenever you get a chance. We had a interesting weekend in the football world. I see people tuning in. Thanks for tuning in, everybody who's tuning in, and we hope you guys can join us. We want people to call in and give your views, right? That's a big part of what we're trying to do here. Not necessarily like I always say, for us to just be here talking and thing and giving our own views, but we want to see what the
I know.
Dominican and the Caribbean people think about the football.
So just hide behind a screen talking on Twitter and WhatsApp group chat. Call in,
Yeah,
give your views. Troll who you
yeah,
want to
yeah.
troll me because I have my views and I strong behind them.
I don't know.
Troll me. Let's have a
I don't know what the man
discussion.
afraid. Yeah, I don't. There's nothing to be scared of.
I can
First of all,
understand that.
I just want to say, if you call and you don't want to be on camera, that's fine. You can call. You can leave your camera off. You can just speak. Give your views. If one of us say something and you guys remember, maybe you write it down on your wall and you waiting for it to come true and call us and give us all the views, man. But yeah. So web boy, interesting weekend in the world of British football, English football, I should say. Um, we'll start
Where
off
should we
with
start?
Pep. We start off with Pep.
We start with Pep. But
Yeah,
Pep,
let's start with
they
Pep.
need to hide. They need to hide Pep confiscate Pep shoelaces before a game because suspect I suspect Pep going to sell something during the game during that game. He really was, he was self harming himself in the Champions League. Was it the Champions League against Feyenoord? He was like
Yeah.
scratching.
I mean, scratch. Yeah. But the,
Yeah,
the
they
rumor there
put him
was
in.
he and Edison had get into a little tussle. I don't think that's true, but that was the rumor.
Oh, but it seemed like Edison didn't play a couple of games after
Right.
that.
That's right after he dropped him. They dropped him the next game.
Yeah, yeah, they dropped him a couple of games because against was it Nottingham Forest and Ortega.
Yeah.
They win 3-0, but they escape because Ortega make some big saves in that too. But yeah,
Yeah. But
I don't know that's regulation form. If it was another manager, if it was Jose Mourinho, they'd say he passed it because Pep have so much money in the bank.
Pep have a lot of credit in the bank. I think
Mhm.
so. He getting away with it, but I mean,
One
I
winning
feel like as if
like
1 winning 11.
sacking that regulation form, like sacking form.
That's pretty bad. Pretty bad. I mean, from what they're saying, it looked like um I mean, since Pep been a coach, a manager, if you should say, this is the first time he is facing, to me, a team where first of all, the Barca team he came into, he kind of met the main players were already there, right? Messi was kind of up and
Mm-hmm.
coming already. Xavi,
Mm-hmm.
them guys came through the academy, so he kind of inherited those guys.
Mm-hmm.
And then, then he went to Bayern Munich, which is the biggest team in Germany, Bayern, all the best players in Germany. And then now came to City. He met a pretty good team, David Silva and all those guys, Aguero, all them guys. You could say he signed a couple players. I mean, I can't remember. Did he meet Kevin De Bruyne there at City?
Yes. What's his name? Pellegrini that signed the runner.
Right. So he met
He,
Kevin De
he, he
Bruyne,
met he
some
met
of
a
them
good
guys.
structure there too.
But Bernardo Silva,
Otamendi company. He signed Bernardo, but that other guy too, David Silva, De Bruyne, Aguero, who again? He had a good structure there, man. When he came.
yeah. So, this is the first time in his 10 years as a coach he's facing that type of rebuild that he's gonna have to do with that team. And it's coming at a tough time for him, to be honest, because if if they found guilty of these charges, that plus aging squad, it doesn't bode well for Man City. But we'll see what happens. I mean, you can't deny that he's a great coach, and he's changed, I would say, the face of football and how football is played, across. But I want to see if he can rebuild that team. That's why, to me, I always, when people make the comparison between me and Fergie, I always give Fergie the nod,
Yeah.
because Fergie, to me, as he rebuilt 3 and 4 and 5 teams,
Mm-hmm.
to kind of compete. Every time there was a threat, at one point it was Arsenal, then it would then become Chelsea, then at some
Mm-hmm.
point,
Mm-hmm. No
even
doubt.
Man City,
The
when Man City
last the
start getting
last
money.
one. Yeah, as if he sent something in Man City coming. He just give them one, and then he
Yeah,
leave. But it was all already. So
yeah, yeah. But I mean, Pep, to be honest, the way I hear him speaking in the media, I don't know if I necessarily um I'm happy with what I'm hearing from him. If he was my manager, I don't think I'd be happy with what I'm hearing from him. Too much of, he's making a whole bunch of comments yesterday saying, well, it's me, and I get all that, but bro, like, at some point, you know, I don't know. He not really giving me any kind of confidence if I was a Man City fan, the way I hear him talking.
I mean, Man City talking about like they're talking about what you talk like crisis right now, and I mean
Yeah.
like that's the first time in 10 years already been in crisis. I I just say Guardiola is a good coach, and over the years, I felt like he replaced players really well.
Mm.
When Aguero was on his like last leg and like always injured, and they were still winning titles, Aguero would be out for months and he'd come back still firing and whatnot. And then they went that season without Aguero, still won the title. Then they bring in Haaland, and like he phased out players really well and replaced them really well. Just like company, you have Diaz, David Silva, you have Bernardo Silva that's gelling in, and then what's his name, Foden coming
Mm.
in. Like I felt like he did that really, really well. But over the past years, like especially this season and last season, last season they didn't have what's his name, but he came back, Gundogan.
Right.
He came back this season, but I just feel like the same player. Like he was a player that used to get them out of like sticky situations, like score a big
Yeah.
goal or whatnot. Like they're not the same player like I saw before. Obviously, I think he like 52 right now, 52, 53. So like declining. Um, Losing Mares, that was another big game player they had. They replaced
Yeah.
Mares with Doku, and that the comparison is just night and day for me.
Yep. Yep.
So I
Doku,
don't know,
Doku, very
Doku.
predictable. I feel like very predictable.
Yeah,
You know,
he had a good change of pace in him, but like if you yeah, as you say, he's predictable. He's very can read him very easily.
yeah,
And
yeah,
Foden hasn't been. I feel like Foden, and Foden's a player I rate. I feel like that Euros there. Yeah, that hit the boy hard anyway. You still have a good point for that. And you can't hit the heights again of last season. You watch that same fixture of last season, Foden score kind of a goal
Yeah.
against us. And like to
He
me
always
that
play good against us, for some reason.
yeah. Always kind of like the man took a shot or two yesterday and I check him out. Yeah. Like the same Foden, player of the year last season.
Yeah. I mean, I feel City, they're in a real tight spot. Then we're gonna see. I think City gonna, they're facing a kind of a Juventus kind of moment there, where not exactly the same thing, but if they get hit with like a relegation or something, couple of leagues down,
Yeah, man. Exodus
I feel
FC
like
now.
that I
Not
feel like
Exodus
they're
Dominica,
gonna
you
hit
know.
them hard. And
Like,
remember when the City owners bought City, the rules were a little bit different, so they could go out and splash cash. But now, they can't do that. Look at teams like Newcastle that has basically a country back in them, and they can't just splash cash. So
yeah.
if City get relegated, they're gonna really hit them hard. And to be honest, I cannot wait.
The fans they get will just go back to Chelsea and oh man, the fans
I
just go
cannot.
back to
I
Chelsea.
cannot wait. I cannot wait. But yeah,
money talks, and I believe that somebody will get paid under the government. I don't expect anything to come. Yeah, the only thing I would expect is probably a 10-point deduction. I mean, a point deduction. But relegation, I don't think so.
150, 130 charges, 10 points.
But I telling you, it's so corrupt. It's so corrupt.
I feel like as if the Premier League backed themselves into a corner with that. Because if you look at what Everton and some of them other teams get for lesser infractions,
exactly.
If they don't give City something massive, like what I'd say, something off. So
yeah, it's like is Everton. They can Everton they can do what they want with. They try, I don't know. Somebody will get that big money somewhere, hide that in the Cayman Islands or something. I don't expect nothing to come from that. Football is corrupt.
We'll see. So then the game yesterday now, Manchester Derby.
Yeah, let's talk about us now.
Manchester is red, and so
let me ask you your thoughts on before we get to like the game itself. Let me ask you before the game, what do you think of like Amorim? Like he dropped these players completely from his squad, high profile players. I mean, I've been calling for that for years, but that man see something he don't like, and and players wasn't injured, High profile players, nice players that could, if they was on the bench, they could come off the bench and probably change the game,
impact the game,
their pace and whatnot.
Yep.
But they're completely off. Like, what is your opinion on that?
Hold on. Somebody asking how they can call in. Let me just put that in here.
Oh, yeah, that'll be good. Yeah, I'm just checking the comments. Yeah. Call in Francois. Let's hear your opinion. I think that's a Man fan as well.
So, I think when I saw that, team sheet, what partner said it in a WhatsApp chat and he checking, but Amorim dropped Rashford and Garnacho. So I didn't really think too much of it. In my mind, I say maybe, I know he's been rotating the team and thing, So I say maybe the man have a little knock, something, so he dropped them, man. But then when I found out like after the game and they asked him, why the man wasn't there and thing, and he said, well, he basically paid attention to everything. He paid attention to the way the man dress, the way the man carry themselves, He paid attention to Mr. saying that I'm working there. All right, let me give you another link there. Hold on a second.
Can you scan the QR code on there?
Yeah, you can scan the QR code. It should work. But if not working, I post another link in the chat. You can always check that out. Let me see. Yeah, you scan the QR code. If you can't get it to work on the link, just scan the QR code on the top right hand corner. So yeah, when I saw he said he dropped Rashford and he said on Garnacho, and he said, he's paying attention to more than just their play, paying attention to how they treat the staff, how they treat their, how they work with their fellow teammates and all
Interact
that
with
stuff.
their colleagues and whatnot.
Yeah, man. I say, all right, because I have a feeling, right, that especially like what we were talking about Dan Ashraf the last time, and United kind of making a decision. It might not be a popular decision, but hey, this is not working out. This doesn't look like it'll work out. Cut our losses, move on. And that's something as United fans we've been crying for years, right? When you
Being
realize that
ruthless,
something
yep.
doesn't work, right? So, in my opinion, I think Amorim has been given by Ratcliffe the power to make certain decisions because I think that Ratcliffe has seen it like there basically hasn't been a hierarchy in terms of support for the coach. So he maybe tell Amorim, listen, you can do what you need to do to bring this team back to where you need to bring it to. And Amorim said, like he said correctly, I believe, if you try to change your culture, you have to start somewhere at some point. And, basically his point was proven because now that we win the game without them, they either have to shape up or shape out. And a guy like Rashford, to be honest, bro, at first when Amorim came, he played him up front and thing. And I think both me and you agreed that if this guy hinges hat on Amorim, on Rashford, he's gonna be in trouble.
That is it
But you
for
can tell, now that he's demanding certain things of those players. And I think Rashford is gone, honestly. I don't think Rashford will last because I don't think I think his hunger for the game is gone. But anyway, we have Francois there. Let Francois jump in. Yes. What
Yeah,
is
what I
good?
saying? What I saying? So I'm gonna give my opinion real fast. Um, I like that. I like the fact that they dropped Rashford. I mean, we could have kept Garnacho on the bench to come off the bench. That's what I think. But the fact that they dropped Rashford, um it showed the quality of the team. Because when Rashford played, I don't know if he's how I see the game. Rashford does play tunnel vision, narrow minded. He doesn't pass the ball. He doesn't cross the ball. He just try and dribble when he shouldn't dribble. It doesn't work out for him.
Mm-hmm.
So I like the fact that they drop him. Maybe Abraham see what people saying about him that he not trying hard enough. Like he never runs, he never run back, he doesn't defend. You know. That's what I think. But for Ganacho, there are times Ganacho plays well, and there are
Mm-hmm.
times he doesn't play well. Or it's just simple things where it's pass the ball to the middle, give the ball to Hoyland or whoever striking. He does do these wild things, and I don't know if it's the fact that he play with Ronaldo or Messi that he just in his head that he can be them man, but um yeah, that just it was a good
So
thing. It was kind of refreshing in the own way. We get to see the vision of the team, sort of. They still have little things, little fumble, little fine tuning. They need to fine tune um the final third finishing.
mm-hmm.
That's for sure. Hoyland need more time.
You
I know he
think
had
so?
time last season, but he need more practice.
I
Pay all the money for that man, and he not doing the price. He not doing what he's worth. So
I don't think we completely overpaid for Hoyland, but as you say, he's a young player. He might come into his own, but I still think like we need another striker.
well, I see they scouting Osinham. So
Osimhen.
yeah,
I mean, I mean, yeah. So let me ask you. So, would you be open to John Rashford coming right back into the team, or do you still think
no,
that no?
no.
Why?
It's gonna Rashford hasn't been playing well for months. It's a long time. He's not consistent at all. He will
Do you?
score.
Do you
He will score this week. Next week he cannot pass the ball. Or at least Garnacho, he will score this week. Next week he will pass the ball, create an assist, or or something that leads to the goal, or do something right. But Rashford, I don't know where his head is. I don't know what's going on. It could be outside thing. It could be he just like you said. He
I
probably just
I
rushed into
agree.
the
I
game.
agree with what you said to an extent. Like We don't. I don't think we have the squad, especially like on the white. Look, Mason Mount just got injured again, so I don't think we have the squad. Like I feel they can come off the bench, but if that doesn't give them like a kick up the ass and make them
Well,
feel like,
they
hey,
have done that before, and it really didn't. I'm not dropping,
Well,
but yeah, they did
well,
drop him
to that
before.
extent, I think if you compare what Amorim is doing and maybe what Ten Hag did, right? Ten Hag made some big decisions too. Drop Ronaldo. Get rid of Ronaldo. He made some big decisions too. I think what undermined what Ten Hag was trying to do was Ten Hag was not consistent. So Ten Hag dropped some players, but then some players he allowed to get away with murder. So
exactly.
that in itself kind of get the players to say, well, why you pressing some of us and they seeing some of the players playing poorly, and that's kind of what led to the whole Sancho situation and all that. So I think the difference between Ten Hag and Amorim is I really don't think Amorim care like who the player is. I think if you don't work to the standard, he will drop you. That's the bottom line.
I saw that Amorim say he wants to win. You don't care who you are. So if you're not playing well, he will drop you.
Now let me ask you a question now. Look at the scenario there right now. Basically, Amorim basically said the same thing there that Ten Hag had said about Sancho. He didn't like what he was seeing in training and something about standards and blah, blah, blah. Right? And Sancho went online and basically say Ten Hag lying. So, and Sancho basically is gone. So, what do you guys think about that now? Because I say to myself, no matter what, I don't want to see a player going on social media basically calling out his boss. What do you guys think about that?
I don't think Rashford have the nuts to do that.
He not. Because if Alvarez just put him out, Manchester United is Rashford comfort zone. Rashford cannot go. If Rashford go another we transfer Rashford and he succeed at somewhere
PSG the
else, I
one
would
team.
say. What? The
Yeah,
only time you hear rumors about Rashford to PSG is during the season, never any transfer window. Well, the first time I see that, every time you have a dead game,
Barcelona
you
can't afford him.
some kind of a PSG links coming out of nowhere, some kind of a bandulu sources.
That always happens. It happens every year.
But right now the problem is his wages. That man on some big wages. So
That's probably part of the problem. You need to humble.
That's the only way I think we can transfer is if we get a Saudi move. I don't think any other team in Europe would pay that kind of money to Rashford.
Unless if they get him for peanuts.
Well, some people say 40 million is peanuts, but I think
no, at this point, if I get 40 million for Rashford, I sell him. But
easy.
Yeah. Anyway, yes. What other points you wanted to make? Anything else you wanted to go over?
I realized only game I watched this weekend.
Okay, let me ask you this: like, if we sell Rashford, who would be an ideal replacement for him?
Shit. I don't know, honestly. Honestly, I don't know. I cannot tell you.
If we sell Rashford, I'll replacement for Rashford, yeah. He played in London, no.
He played in London.
He's already our player. You'd have to send the money. You already have him money. Let's bring him back.
Yeah.
Well, we can't bring him back.
Why you can't bring him back?
Oh.
We can't bring him back. Remember, we agreed for a loan plot.
The rumor I hear is the 25, the loan with the obligation to buy, but you have to get certain achievements for the season for that to activate. That's what I hear.
I think that is easily achieved. I think that not appearances, not performance.
I don't think that'll happen.
Goals and assists. You have to have a certain amount of goals and assists.
No, I don't think. I think Sancho had gone, man. Like, let's say, just like Pogba, like he's my partner. Let them man be, man.
I don't think Pogba.
Well, Pogba finished, my brother.
I always had some.
Pogba will come back in our team and still be our best player.
Well, I agree that, but I don't think he'll come back. That's not gonna happen. Like
That would
Pogba
happen. Just like
and
Sancho.
whatever which doctor they had there, let them stay where they be doctors.
Don't put down my dog.
Hey, so yes, anything else?
No.
All right, man. Yes, sir. Thanks for calling in, bro.
And I ain't there to
Appreciate
protection.
it.
Later.
To keep Rashford on the field. Yeah. But key Carter said there. That is true because he was doing, he said Rashford was doing shit game after game. Anthony was doing shit game after game. And Sancho and Ahmad couldn't get games.
Boy, can you
So,
imagine? And the funny thing is, bro, Ahmad come in the team. Anybody, if any football brain, seen the man is a baller. The man makes the right decision. The man, most of the time. Imagine, even yesterday, watching the game and I saying, boy, the only man, when a man get the ball, is like he have a positive intent. Like he want to run at a defender. He want to do something, you know? A lot of them other guys is like, and I see Rashford do that so many times. Get the ball, do a two little thing with his foot, and then pass it back to the left
pass
back.
back, yeah.
Bro, that does make me mad.
Pass back.
Like, you know, like
Like if you're
so
being
many
positive,
times.
like take the man on. But I don't know, like sometimes that does be done and just do something and like if it happen, it happen. I don't know. Like to me, he's just not a good footballer.
I think I just see Lick say something there. I think you want to say Ahmad and Mazwari, but I remember, you know, people say, "Oh, what we do with Mazwari?" The man turned out to be one of the best signings we've had in a long time.
In a
You know what
long
I'm saying?
time, yeah.
The man is a hard worker, technically talented player, hard worker, physical, you know, good on the ball. So the man has been a good signing for us. And you know, shout out to one player in United, Harry Maguire. I have to give his
Yeah,
credit.
man.
You know, my
Saharef,
favorite
man.
player. Yeah, but
Saharef
I have to give his
Maguire.
credit.
Give Jack his jacket. The way he locked down thing yesterday, Ireland yesterday. He play well.
You know, he always play good, and Amarim said that he plays really well in the back three. So you know, Maguire might have maybe another 1 or 2 seasons left in him. If you know,
No,
I don't
no,
think
no,
I don't think
no.
I get rid of him, bro. What is contract expiring?
I think he have I think that's the last year in his contract. We have the option to put it to a year, but I don't think
His
they'll
last year his
extend that
contract. We
contract.
need to get on him.
All is
Get a
Maguire
30 mil for
21.
him.
Yeah,
Get a 20 mil for him if you can get that.
that's again, but I don't know. Let him, as you say, extend the contract. Let him play. See if we can get some money for him at the end. But I
Yeah.
don't think that Maguire not the future, man.
No, definitely not. I haven't really seen enough from Lenny Euro to really see what I think yet. I don't know. He looked like he need to put a little muscle on his bones
Yeah,
and get a little
yeah. You have the
stronger.
right name with Lenny because he Lenny. Yeah.
Yeah,
He,
man.
he,
So
he seemed like a good player. It seemed like he reading the game well and thing.
yep. I think I was watching the thing there. What you thought about the whole Walker and Hoyland situation there in the game there? When Walker basically
Oh,
threw on himself.
I mean, Walker shameless, man. Come on, man. Big professional like that. I leave that for them young man to do. Not
A
you're a
man in his 30s.
four-time champion. Yeah, like what is a Walker finish there? Walker, he had something on his Instagram, posted something unacceptable thing. Yeah, like what do you call it? Not like them suicide vests with
Yeah.
bombs on it, like like them terrorists or something like that. Like, terrorist football he played, man. Walker gone, man. He's pace alone that had him over the years, and he lose that. So
I
all
see
that aging squad of Sweet City.
Yeah, I see Bernardo Silva come out and basically was real harsh boy. Man say only make them kind of stupid mistakes. What do you expect? You can't give the ball back to your goalkeeper at that time in the game, and like basically the man, I have a feeling in that locker room they had some words, boy, because that man was
Yeah,
not.
man. Some fellas probably Chris fellas in Portuguese. Yeah, Matias Nunez in Mr. The Portuguese as well.
Yeah, from Portugal. Yep.
Yeah, but that was stupid from him for real. that back pass,
Yeah,
and
boy.
then he tried to make it up for him and tackle him in the box.
Yeah, so let's go over a little bit the results from the weekend. So
Yeah, man, we focus 30 minutes on United. And
yeah,
let's
so
talk
let's go
about
over
Stoke City versus Stoke City. Let's talk about Stoke City versus Stoke City. I mean, Sean Dyche. Sean Dyche was Burnley, I should say.
Burnley versus Stoke, Arsenal,
Yeah.
Everton.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we were
Stoke City didn't
0-0
score from a
again.
corner kick. They didn't get a corner
So
kick goal today. They can't score from open play.
I have a question for the Arsenal fans. And I'm gonna put it there, or I'm gonna put it there for me to see what they have to see. How you spell his name then? Martin.
Martin overdraft.
Yeah, I have a question for the Arsenal fans there. So, Arsenal fans, I see a discussion there with Robbie and them fellas on YouTube, and Robbie say he asked all his Arsenal partners, and basically asking them if they would sell Martinelli and pay some cash and get Mbappe, they would take it. And all the man say no, they will
You
not take it.
serious?
But all the
That
man
shouldn't
say
be a
no.
question. I
No,
don't even rate Mbappe like that.
boy. I would say me and you the same page. I think Mbappe is a quick player, but I don't rate Mbappe necessarily as the best player in the world. But Mbappe is
Yeah,
better
he's a
than
good finisher, no doubt.
Martinelli by far.
And I feel like
But
Martinelli career, like I feel the first season, like when Arsenal, no, the season before, when Arsenal was challenging for the title and nobody expected them to challenge for the title, that I was seeing Martinelli's career on an upward trajectory. Like he was playing very well. I was like, that is what you call football development. It was very raw and thing, and then Arteta started giving him chances and he was very consistent that year. And
yeah,
like I just find like over the last like year or so, like he just been frustrating. Like, you know what?
you don't think
Just like
you don't
Saka, you have Saka as well. Saka has been consistent, but I feel Martinelli is like a up and down, like a
you know one thing I noticed about like a Saka. Saka is a player that he's a thinking player. Saka's best
yeah.
asset to me is his head.
Mm-hmm.
That's why to me I rate Ahmad high because one of Ahmad's best assets is his head. He just plays his head. So when I think about Saka at one point they were saying, "Oh, he keep going on the inside, going on the inside." No, Saka going on the down the outside, just as good as he going on the inside. Right? Improve his game. Try
Mm-hmm.
add something to his game. I feel like Martinelli and them guys, they rely a lot on pace. They don't necessarily try to find other ways, to improve their game. Saka is quick, but he don't necessarily rely on pace. He's strong. He can go left, he can go right. Yeah, good shot on him, he can cross. You know what I'm saying? So these are the things I feel like Martinelli. Now, to be honest, I feel like a lot of times the offensive play for Arsenal kind of leans towards going through Saka. But
Mm-hmm. A lot.
that but that should
And that
also
way
mean
teams
that
can double up on him.
Martinelli should have more one-on-one opportunities, right? If teams focusing on Saka. You know what I'm saying? So obviously he's not producing as much as he should. But I was surprised when Arsenal fans were telling me that they wouldn't take Mbappe over Martinelli. I was surprised. To me, it didn't really make sense. But anyway, what do Arsenal fans think? Come in the chat and tell us or call us and let us know. Let us know what all your opinion. What all you think about it. But all you had a 0-0 draw this weekend with Everton. All you dropped points. Liverpool also dropped points against Fulham, 2-2.
10-man Liverpool.
Yep. Drop points. This was a good. It was a great weekend for Chelsea. Great weekend for Chelsea.
Mm-hmm.
Let me
Oh, so
see. Liverpool.
you I know the Chelsea fans would call themselves that, but you say you're checking Chelsea the title contender as well.
No, I think it's still too early to call Chelsea a title contender. I think it's still too early. If let's put it this way, if I was to put money I have in the bank on it, I wouldn't put money on Chelsea. I would
Okay.
more put my money on Liverpool. But what I would say is good young crop of players with confidence. You can tell they buy into what their coach want to do, and you know, if they get them guys playing to their potential, you never know. You never know. I mean, it looked like since Enzo tell his wife he entered divorce, all of a sudden he played football. I don't know, all of a sudden, you know, since the man say tell you wife entered divorce, all of a sudden Enzo balling. You know what I'm saying? But I still think it's too early, man. Bro, what are we like 14, 15 games into the season? We have 38 games to play now. We have half of the season to play yet, so we have
No
a lot
play
of
yet,
games to
yeah.
play.
All the football to
And that's
miss
why
still.
time I hear people say that Matrix 16 win. Every time I hear people say things like, don't get me wrong, I'm not saying United going to finish in top four, but bro, a string of 3 or 4 victories bringing you up there in the table, you know.
Yeah, it's
You
easily
check. And
three straight
confidence. And
victories. You at like sixth place.
if you know anything about sports, you know a big part of sports is confidence. And that's why I tell you, Chelsea, I want to see what Chelsea will do when they have a couple bad results. You check how they
Mhm.
respond. You know how the young players will respond. How the leaders in the locker room, whoever they are. Maybe I don't know if it's called Palmer. I don't know. But how will they respond when they have a little bit of a blip? Because Liverpool, I could more say, they have experienced players. They've been through that. They've been through challenges with
Mhm.
City. They've been, you know what I'm saying? So they have more guys that can kind of pull them through some tough times, you know, compared to. But Chelsea have the chance next week. We can come in to go top of the table, you know, because they're playing before Liverpool. Although they have
Serious?
a game in hand. Yeah, they play the game is before Liverpool game. And they're only 2 points behind
But
Liverpool.
Liverpool have a game in hand because they didn't play
Liverpool have a game in hand.
Everton that weekend.
Yeah.
Okay.
But right now Chelsea's 2 points behind them with an extra game, but they're playing their game early in the weekend. So I see Rafik saying the players we have been for a tough time. Rafik, what exactly is a tough time? I try to understand. Why is that? Call and tell us
Call in Rafi, call in, yeah man.
why is it
Tell us
tough
you
time?
always call in. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
But
Jackson improving.
Action
I'll
Jackson,
hold my
but
hands up. Jackson improving.
Jackson gave me
And they
points
have
in
a
fantasy, you
whole
know that.
BC team playing in the conference league there. So I don't know. I feel they have the squad to challenge for top four. Let's see how
Yeah.
the whole title. But I still not confident in their center half pairing. Man. Them fellas good, but as you say, let one make a mistake and their heads drop. Let me see how
Mm-hmm.
they react. Because them fellas is young fellas. Colwell, like he's a good player. But
I don't feel like
I
Chelsea have. If it's the one thing I feel Chelsea missing is like they just don't have that maturity in the locker room in my mind. Like they have a lot of good young players, but to have let's say a
yeah,
big like one veteran like even maybe a Thiago Silva around still where he was maybe playing but he was
a
there.
40-year-old Thiago Silva.
Yeah.
They were there.
Hey, somebody want to join out there? Top four hopes. Let's see what top four hopes have to say. Top four hopes. Caller, you live. Go ahead, caller.
Good night, good night, good night. Rafik that there. I'll go
How
fellas.
is it with Rafik?
Idea,
Yes,
idea.
sir.
I was just responding to when you say about to see how we go for a tough time. I say remember the squad we have there with like some additions in the summer is basically the same squad that was going over the same rough spot with Poch, before Poch could get it right in the beginning of the season. So I get what you're saying about like how we will respond to a bad string of games, but like them niggas have been through a tough time, per se. Like I feel that the team they have like they grew in with the way we playing, they grew in as they playing with us, like every weekend. Like it's a young crowd. You check, so I think they have been through that tough time with us in the beginning. Like I think they know how well to respond to it, and I think like I don't know say they're scared of Mariska, but like I think Mariska is very much at the helm to the point where he's a no nonsense man, and we see how no nonsense managers work for us in the past. Conte, Mourinho, like I just think the area we at right now. Like very telling, like something could happen, but like I say, we're just looking for our top four hopes. You check. We just want to win the rest of our games for the year. And in January, if we win all our games until the end of January, maybe we can talk about title charge, but it's still a long season. Like I always say, like half the
But
games we haven't played yet.
I watch all your fixtures like for the next couple of games. It's a very winnable game.
Yeah, bro, that's what I'm saying. Like this, like historically, December has been an awful time for us. Like I've been saying that on Twitter, even before December start. I say honestly, like I scared, even if we're playing well, because December always historically we do poor in December. We drop so many points in December, and December has started off so well for us. Like honestly, if we can win all our games to the end of the year, bro, like I'm confident in our top four hopes. Like I confident. That's what we're aiming for. Honestly, is our Champions League hopes.
I would say based on what I'm seeing so far, I would put Oli as a lock for top four. But in terms of the title challenge, like I say, I want to see, if you guys have a couple tough results, how the young players respond, how the new coach deals with that, keep the guys head up and everything. I want to see how you guys respond to that. But you guys definitely up there. And confidence is a big thing in sports, bro. You have young guys, and they flying high and they playing well. Then you never know.
Yeah,
At
I
one point
agree.
they
I
said
feel they
they
have a
said
good
they
core,
said
man.
yeah, yeah.
Everybody knows Sanchez is a iffy partner. He does make some good saves sometimes, but like, I feel the core like very good.
Even
Like
him, that's what I'm saying. I have to rate
Enzo
the
and
manager. I have to rate the manager because even Sanchez, I would crucify the man on a block, and even him, his playing out of my back game has been so well in recent times. Yeah,
hmm
like the manager say, like we will concede, like because we just force it like hella times. Like sometimes we'll be like teams will be full pressure on us. Brentford, for example, and we will still force the player from the back. Like they trust the philosophy. You check, so I really think, like you say, we'll concede, but that's okay because even I was really impressed with that Tottenham game. Like even at 2-0 down, like okay, bar is two mistakes from Cucurella. Say like call it what you want, but 2-0 down, I always felt we was gonna win that game. So serious, so serious. I felt like the energy was just different. Like you could just tell it wasn't the same weak squad that okay on the Pochettino we go 2-0 down. That is it. We just know that is 3 points we lose. But just the different like you said, the confidence, the charisma them and bring into the squad, Enzo bring into the squad. Like I don't know, bro. Something special happening there.
Hmm. Something special,
I,
boy.
I, I, I don't doubt it at all because as I said, they have a good core. Caicedo and Enzo Fernandez in the out of midfield, and then you have Palmer, Sancho, and whoever they
Lavia
pick
coming
on
off
the.
the bench.
Yeah,
They
they
are
have a
good
good
players, man.
that good core of players there. So it
And bro, I will say it again, and I will say it again, again, and again. At that level of football, right? You don't get to even Manchester United, for example, playing poorly. You don't get to play for Manchester United and be a terrible, terrible player, in my opinion. So sometimes when you have a couple players that is miss, like you may say Anthony's a miss, whatever, like certain players. But for the
like
most
a
part, those
baby or
players are
something.
decent, right? Look at what happened with Chelsea last year. Everybody was talking about Chelsea, this and that, and bro, a proper coach, a right setup can get these players to play at a certain level. You know what I'm saying? One or two
hmm
players, get rid of a couple bad players, get a couple players that can complement the group, and that can completely change everything around. So I always think, them teams at that level, I would say the top 6, 7 teams in England. I mean, I'm putting Spurs in that, by the way. Um, they, they not that far, from challenging or being up there in the league. It's just the right things that just need to come together, So credit to Enzo, because when Enzo came and Enzo made certain tough calls, you don't want Sterling, you don't want this player, you don't want, people were saying like, what kind of match is that? That man that's coming,
You
Enzo
think
do
that
what he want.
Sterling thing that was in the coach or the club?
I think it was both. I think it was both.
Mm.
I think the club wanted to get rid of him, and when the coach was not necessarily his biggest fan, they just said, okay, just go with it. But I think if he wanted Sterling maybe he'll still be there. But I don't think he was Sterling's biggest fan anyway. So it just
Mm.
made it easy for him to get rid of him. What do you think, Rafi?
Sterling does go Chelsea
Yeah,
for a bargain.
he definitely didn't want Sterling because we didn't even have Sancho yet, and he was looking for Sancho, and Sterling was right there in the squad, and he was like Sterling not his type of winger, I know. And somebody can say Sterling and Madueke is very similar types of wingers in terms of the pace, in terms of the one-on-one duels. So like you know what I'm saying, that was very telling when you say Sterling wasn't really his type of winger, but like you could tell he didn't want Sterling from the jump. and also is a mixture of the club not wanting Sterling. So to go back on
If
the
it,
point what you say about the players, like you just need a coach. Last year, people were calling Caicedo £100 million flop, and now I hear rival fans calling him the best midfielder in the world. And I'm like, what? Those same accounts, United, Trey, and all those other accounts was calling him a flop last year. So all of a sudden, that man reaching the best talks.
them remember the man trolling them, right? Man trolling all the time.
Yeah.
So I all part of it. But
Flop,
to be
nobody
honest,
was
I mean,
talking about.
would I pay £100 million for Caicedo? I wouldn't pay £100 million for Caicedo. But I mean, he's a good player. I wouldn't pay all that money for him.
I feel you. I also feel like I always tell you, I also feel like the market we grew up, well, Oliola and me, the market all you grew up in and the market now is like completely different. So if we have to see how markets working in real life, the market, like Bitcoin, not the same price it was like before, you know. So like I feel like we have to account for the change in the market. Like obviously some players not gonna be worth it, but like what do we grade worth it on anymore? Like how do we keep up to date with the market? You know what I'm saying?
It's
Like
value for money, like Brighton will rated him very high, and all you want to
right.
do to
That
pay
and
the
we were making a
price.
full. I feel like people fail to understand we were making a full midfield revamp. Like Conte, Kovacic, and Jorginho was out same window. Your midfield is the heart of your team. Like I feel like teams knew we needed a midfield. Like you said, like I would do that to me if I was an opposing fan. I would do that to me. Like I only need a whole new midfield. Of course I want to make the money. You know what I'm saying?
No, well, I mean, you understand the basics of supply and demand, right? Is if you want to pay, what you willing to pay, you know, you move for people willing to pay.
And
That's just what it is.
Liverpool also put in, I think that same window, Liverpool put in a bid for him as well. And he says
Yeah.
Chelsea wanted to go.
Yep.
Yep, he
And
did.
to be honest, when you sign players like that,
Lavia
Avian,
and
yep.
Caicedo.
But when you sign players like that, though, I mean, there might be other reasons why they want to maybe stay in London area, but when you sign players like that, I always like to hear players say, I only want to go to that team. You know, I always like to hear that because it always makes me feel like they're gonna come and they're gonna work hard, for your team.
For the badge. You don't get players like that anymore. People who play for the badge, honestly, is like one of the best. Like Scott McTominay for all you. I don't know how you could let that man go. That man just play for the badge week in, week out. Yeah, all you get to change for him, but like Scott, I
I
rate
read
Scott
it.
as a player, bro. I rate Scott.
Yeah, you
I
can
read
play
it.
for the badge all you want and you don't have the talent.
Okay,
I
you don't
love
have the talent,
Manchester
but
United with
when
all my
or how
heart.
many
If I
times
come there
Scott
and
come
pay
off
for the
the bench?
badge,
the only thing I will say is about, let's say, Scott McTominay was always my thing was that he's a goal threat when he come off the bench. That is the only thing I will give him. It's difficult to find a midfielder who can give you a goal threat off the bench. So that was one thing he had going for him. But I was even when Mourinho was there and I think he started playing under Mourinho, I think, right? I think
yes, Mourinho brought him through.
brought him into the team. Bro, Scott McTominay is one of them players. It's good to have him around. Squad player, but you cannot have that man starting for Manchester United, bro. Like, it's not gonna happen.
Ole are the man started. Ole are the
No,
man.
bro.
Nah.
Well, no, you're a title challenger. And
No,
he's
but
starting.
Rafik, you have to understand. Somebody asked me a question yesterday, like why I think Scott McTominay playing so well in Italy, bro. Italy and England is two different leagues, Two different leagues, bro. Watch how many guys we see already tear it up in some of them leagues, and they come in England and they cannot keep up. England is at a different league, So, and I said McTominay couldn't play well for a lower level team, but if you look into be Manchester United challenging for leagues and playing to the latter stage of the Champions League, Scott McTominay can't be a starting midfielder, bro. Not gonna happen.
Nope.
So, like Webb said, you can play for the badge all you want, but if you got, as much as I
You
think
got the talent.
I might be good at cricket, the West Indies can't pick me if I can't score. So it's not so good, kid.
Exactly. Yeah, man. Top four sit on for all you. If all you decide that, or you're playing like last season again.
That'll be nice, eh?
I know.
Perfect. You there still, man.
We get the form.
Yeah, man.
So
anything else you want to touch on in terms of your team and what you're looking for over the next couple of weeks?
Just more solidity in the defense way. I know the manager say like, yeah, we must concede with the way we're playing, but I rather not concede. But even when we go into the squad, I feel like we still just hold our own to come back, and the team will show that yeah, you can score, but we'll fight for more goals. So I just want that 3 points now until the rest of the year. That's all I want from my team,
All you
and
have,
keep the
all you
football
have,
flowing.
let me see. Look at all the fixtures coming
With
up. So all you
Chelsea,
have
yeah.
I think we have Everton,
Everton,
Fulham, Palace.
Fulham, Ipswich,
Yeah,
Crystal
all
Palace.
winnable
Ooh,
games, man. All
Yeah, all
winnable
games we
Bournemouth.
should
games.
win though. On paper, yep, all
Wow.
games we should
All you
win.
have a nice run, boy. Everton,
Yeah,
Fulham, Ipswich, Crystal Palace, Bournemouth, Wolves. Then all you play Man
Bournemouth
City.
is lose less in five, I believe. So Bournemouth, is it really a nice run?
Bro, that's a nice run, bro. I mean, if you're talking about top four and challenging for the league, you have to beat
Yeah.
Bournemouth, bro.
In the beginning, I was
Man
a little bit
City,
concerned we couldn't get no wins of the traditional big six though, because I think our only win is Spurs. If I put in Spurs, they're up there. But I was kind of happy after because I'm like, okay, we play everybody else already, and we was fourth at the time, so that's a
I,
good sign. Now we just have to
I think
put
based
the
on the
patience.
table there, based on the fixtures I seen there, oh, you're not playing a good team there till probably
January
play
February.
25th, 25th.
Arsenal in Match.
No, we play City January 25th, I think.
That's a City is going to show you. City 1-11.
Everybody want to play
City can't
City
win a
now.
game.
No, but every time teams like that is on us, there's at their strength. Watch United. Everybody getting 3 points, and we can get 3 points there.
When you compare them on yesterday, I say, boy, look, the City one can say form again. I say, well, it's all right, but anyway, Rafik, you know, ready. Thanks for calling in, bro.
Yeah, fellas, good night.
Appreciate it, man. Yeah, man. Later.
Bless.
Yeah, so boy, we say we're gonna go over the results. Let me just go over them real quick there. We didn't even talk about that. We talk about so much things, so many things. All right, so I had it up there now. Arsenal Everton 0-0. Then we had
Stoke City versus Stoke City.
Stoke City versus Burnley.
Burnley.
Wolves, they're looking good for Wolves, bro. Wolves they fired a manager.
Yeah, I feel for me, so he's playing a brand of football. Man lose against Ipswich and it was another team, I think Southampton. They had to make a change, man.
Yep, the Southampton manager was also fired this weekend as well.
5-0 from Spurs.
I want to see who they're gonna pick up. You know, there's a Portuguese manager I hear Wolves looking to get. I think he currently managing in Saudi. I think they're trying to get him.
Oh yes. I can't remember
Can't remember his name. One of the big results of the weekend, boy, Crystal Palace going to Brighton and getting a 3 points, boy. Big win. Crystal Palace 3-1 against Brighton.
That was good for Shane Jutsu. What you would? I want to talk about Shane.
I say Arsenal fan, I you have to tell me Mbappe or Martinelli. But and then Nottingham Forest back wins because they beat us last
result,
week.
right?
Yeah, they beat Aston Villa
this week.
Aston Villa.
So Villa was looking like they were going to win.
Punching above their weight, punching above their weight.
Yeah,
West Ham has had a couple of good results. You know, they kind of accumulating points. They beat Wolves. Well, the Everton beat them 4-0. So I know what I'm talking about. But yeah. So Shane, what's partner name there? Mbappe or Martinelli? Give us your views. Let us know. All right, let me go to the fantasy now. So the fantasy table now. So Brad's still leading ahead. You have a decent lead there. Almost 30-point lead. And he bringing up number 2. We have Shiv top 4. Carroll go sliding down the table. Carroll was up there, but Carroll only get 36 points this week. So 6 points. Carroll number 6. We have Rafik in 10, I in 11. So, you know, try and see if we can catch up with Brad. But Brad ran away if it's so far. We like Liverpool, but don't worry, look at them. You know, don't worry. Don't worry about it.
One day I hope we will get I hope one day I will have the strength to check the fantasy every week because
But my bro, the man tell me check my team this weekend there. I still didn't check that. I haven't changed my team in like 3 weekends. But I still getting points. I captain Bruno. Bruno get a goal and he get a goal and assist. I think the last game, so he gave me some points. That's how I kind of making it up because guys, a lot of guys captain in Salah and stuff. Salah does score.
Yeah.
Thank you, Fred.
Yeah. So anyway, we have some games coming up this weekend. I guess let's just look at
So what kind of question is that? Call in and give you your views.
Mbappe and yeah, close it out, Shin. Close it out. If you're controversial, which are controversial view there of who you choosing. Let me see if I can get these fixtures for this weekend coming up.
See who is the quality player in this. But the whole panel of Arsenal fans and Arsenal fan TV said Martinelli. Yeah.
Martinelli. So we have some games coming up this weekend. So this weekend we have Villa, Man City. That is the first game opening Saturday.
Right. Before it's Christmas season. Yeah. Christmas we have plenty fixtures.
Games, my brother. Aston Villa, Man City, Brentford, Nottingham Forest. That should be a good game. Ipswich playing Newcastle, West Ham against Brighton, Crystal Palace coming off a big result going against Arsenal. As long as they don't give up any set piece or corner goals, they have a chance of beating Arsenal. Everton playing Chelsea, Fulham against Southampton, Leicester Wolves. We playing Bournemouth. Bournemouth on a good run of form, and Bournemouth is a bogey team for us. We always seem to struggle against them.
Yeah, always.
The big fixture for this weekend, though, is Spurs playing Liverpool.
I was surprised Spurs after that 5-0 there, but they just play good against the big teams.
They get the big teams just play good.
So let's
play
see.
good.
There's a challenge for Liverpool as well.
Liverpool, yep.
Away from home.
So you're talking about, remember you talked about earlier, we said if Chelsea beat Everton, because they played at 9 on Sunday, right? Liverpool game don't kick off till 11:30. If Liverpool lose that game and Chelsea win, Chelsea on top of the table, and just the other day they were like 8 points ahead or something. So you see how far the table can change, and game in hand don't mean 3 points. So we have to see what's going on there. Liverpool never only know Everton might. Anyway,
plenty football.
All right, well, it don't look like Shane want to call in, but guys, thanks for tuning in. It's been real. I'm a remain. Get rid of Rashford.
I'm in Amadinho. Rashford or Garnacho. Alright.
Garnacho need to organize himself, man. He need to organize himself. He don't have,
that man overestimated
too full of himself.
He overestimated himself, man. Man posting pictures in sauna with CR7 on the way, and I miss.
Look, Shane calling in. Let's see Shane have to say that before you close it out. Go ahead, Shane.
Yo, stay humble,
Stay humble, man.
Stay humble,
Yeah, that's all I have to say, man.
Well, we humble. On top of the thing, we're very humble. We appreciate everybody calling in. We appreciate the participation in the chat. We want you guys to please share the video, share the live. Every Monday, we try to be here. Every Monday, right? And we want you guys to call in. I know Dominic have a lot of people that think they know football and things. Call and give all the views. Come in the chat, give all the views. We want to hear all this. Shane, all you have a big game this week coming up against Crystal Palace. If Crystal Palace beat all you,
Ateta out, them twice. Ateta not going nowhere. Not because I want him to. Not because I want him to stay or anything, but the board not that kind of board. Ateta not going to go anywhere.
I think if you're not challenging at the end of the season, you'll be under pressure.
He under pressure now. I mean, we're playing Crystal Palace twice in 1 week. We're playing them Wednesday, and we're playing them on the weekend.
Saturday, yeah.
So, we'll see how it goes.
There's a lot like
Yeah,
if
them
I
them cup
playing
games,
back to
yeah.
back the cup
Them
competition
cup
and
games,
things.
yeah, that happened, you know what? You got
Yeah,
with Leicester the other day.
yeah.
I don't know
I
that
mean,
always happening. I like Friday the 14th.
now I think it's just how they seed in them teams, man. Remember them Premier League teams seeding in the same, coming into the cup at the same time.
At
So
the same time, yeah.
once they beat the person in front of them, they go and meet up.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, but
But yeah,
honestly,
shit.
I don't say I want him to stay, but just the history that they have and how they like to give. I don't know if it's necessarily on to give managers time or Kroenke just don't really care. But I don't see him going anywhere.
All I have to remember too, Arsenal went a period they have not qualifying for Champions League and all them kind of thing. You have to remember too, them owners looking at it from a financial standpoint. If you have a coach that can
Yeah,
give you some kind of solidarity, at least you're finishing up there. All you back to the Arsene Wenger days, but all you wanted Arsene Wenger gone, so go.
no, but he had to go. Wenger didn't go until he dropped out of the Champions League, so
Top
he had
four
to go.
nothing, top four nothing.
Well, everybody is laughing top four nothing right now. Top people saying that they aiming for top four. They're not in title
Well,
race, Don't count
when you,
them. Don't count
when
them
you
in
fall out,
title race. They're not in title race. What they there is for top four. So I mean, top four is something.
for title race, man. I find the English media that be talking a lot of rubbish. Out of the title race. Is City not out of the title race? City losing all them games and City still way above United.
Yep,
So all the out of the title
yep.
race. I don't make sense.
That's not
Anyway,
the title race. We don't know what the title race gonna look like until March.
I'm telling you, until
If you
around that time there,
weave Yeah, if in March come and you within like 6 to 9 points, even 10 points, because City do it more than once. Chase down a team
so
that 10 points ahead of them to win the
they,
league in the
they
last
chase
two
us down.
games.
They chase us down. We were 8 points ahead. They chase us down. Liverpool was 8 or 9
Yep,
points ahead and lost 10 points. So them things that can
yep,
happen. It's too
yep.
early to
Same
talk
thing
about
for
title.
Arsenal. The first year we were what 10 points ahead. 10 points ahead in March. They chased us down. They chased down Liverpool. It's not impossible. If they hit their stride at the right time and you hit your blip at the wrong time, they just passing you. So it's
Yeah,
able changing fast.
yeah, man. I still say we finishing above Chelsea. That is my bold prediction for this season. I maintain
Wow.
that. Remember I tell you that.
You make graphic sense to me anyway.
Right, not me having sense to that. Mariska, you have to go and look for it in England. Not me. Anyway, fellas, all in already. Take it easy. Shin, thanks for calling in.
Yeah man, yes I.
Yeah.
All right, yes.
All right, everybody. Take care. Have a good night. Later.
Yeah, man.
All right.